everybody, Hunter back again from Showtime Studios. I'm sitting here working on my little project that I've got a couple upcoming videos on, so stay tuned for them. Hopefully this weekend we'll get some nice progress done on it, especially if it rains all weekend like it's supposed to. But I was sitting here and I was working on that, and I had my YouTube page just kind of minimized there, and it started beeping, which means I'm getting comments and things like that on my videos. So I went in just to check out the comments. I'm reading down through them, and I got a comment that came up on one of my older videos, and it's got to the point where, you know, this is a video I thought about doing a while ago, and I decided to go ahead and do it today. You know, first off, let me say this. My channel is about building scale models, building models for competition, helping out fellow builders if they need, you know, a helping hand in whatever aspect of modeling. If I have the knowledge and the expertise to be able to do it, and I can answer your question and feel confident answering your question, that's what my channel is about. It's about, you know, kind of promoting the hobby, promoting the shows, the aftermarket suppliers, the kit manufacturers. You know, it's about scale modeling. And that's what I've tried to always keep it about. Sometimes it's got a little off track, but, you know, for the most part, it stayed pretty much all about modeling. And, you know, I go back to my days when I was on the forums and stuff years and years ago, back, you know, 2000 through about 2010, somewhere around in there. I was on the forums and the groups. And I've had people where I've, you know, put up a post or something like that, and somebody will come in and say, you know, well, that's the wrong sentence structure, or you spelled that wrong, or, you know, whatever. And I didn't really say a whole lot about it back then. And then I got on YouTube, and, you know, now it becomes this thing with, you're saying the words wrong. That's not the way that word is pronounced, or, you know, this or that and the other. You know, for a lot of you guys out there that are making these comments on people's channels, and, you know, not only mine, but other people, there's 3 people I know that's on my subscriber list that I've heard numerous people put down because they are redneck or dumb, or, you know, this or that and the other, for the way that they pronounce words. Well, here's the story. You know, not all of us come from the same place. Some of us are born in the South, some of us are born in the North, some of us are born in the East or the West, some of us are born overseas and live overseas. You know, some of us have, you know, speech impairments. Some of us are not the brightest bulbs on the planet. Hey, I'm one of them. I have a 10th grade education. I dropped out in the 10th grade, started working full-time. Been working full-time ever since. You know, and I wasn't a star student. I wasn't good in English class. I wasn't good in most of my classes, for that matter. But, you know, going back to this, I mean, guys, we're a modeling community. We are not an English class. We are not a pronunciation class. It has nothing to do with that. You know, I think a lot of us are just good old boys that get on here, and we want to offer our you know, help to fellow modelers and show our work off, and that's what it's all about. And that's as far as it goes with us. But, you know, this guy comes in and leaves a comment on my video. It's an older video. It's back when I did the 1/32 scale Jaguar XKR build. And he comes in and corrects, I guess is putting it in parentheses, Jaguar. Okay. Here for the last 10 years or so, I've heard that name pronounced, not only by, you know, other people, but the commercial itself on TV as Jaguar. Well, you know, when I was growing up as a kid here in the country, it was always pronounced Jaguar. You know, that's just the way it was. And if Jaguar is the proper way to say it, guess what, people? I was brought up saying Jaguar, and that's what I'm going to continue to say. And that's not going to change. Another one that comes up, or, you know, comes to mind, not necessarily for me, but, you know, all the time that I was a kid and a teenager and in my 20s, and I think about the time I got in my 30s range, it started changing. And that's the word Caribbean. You know, I was always brought up as that word being Caribbean. And somewhere along the line, somebody decided to change the pronunciation of this word to Caribbean. Well, now if you don't say Caribbean, you're saying it wrong. Well, I guess what? I'm going to say it wrong because I say Caribbean. That's the way I was brought up. That's the way I was raised. To pronounce that word, that's the way I'm going to pronounce it. Another one that hits home with me is the word wash. You know, a lot of you guys out there, when you're working on a model and you want to pop out the details and everything, you put a wash on the model. Thumbs up. In all reality, it's right. When you spell out that word, it is W-A-S-H. There is no R in wash. That is true. I will give you that. And I know that. And I knew that back when I was a kid. But here's the thing. I was always raised when my mother and father took the clothes up to the laundromat on a Saturday or a Sunday and we washed them. When we went outside to clean the vehicles, they weren't washed, they were washed. You know, and I'm sorry if you guys are offended by me putting an R in the word wash, but that's just the way it's going to be. That's the way I was raised. I'm not worried about this politically correct generation that we have nowadays. I could care less about that. You know, if you don't like the way that I'm speaking in my videos, you don't like the words that I'm saying, you know, for whatever reason, unsubscribe and go away. I do not need you. If you want to look at something that, you know, that just minuscule and just, you want to harp on something like that, you know, you come on to a modeling channel that's all it's about is building scale models. And as Kel Gaither would say, plastic toy models. But you want to correct people on their speech. It's not what this is about, people. It's about building scale models. And I'm sorry I'm not the brightest person on the planet. I'm sorry I wasn't that straight A student in school. I'm sorry that I was brought up in the country. Oh, no, wait a minute. I'm not sorry for any of that. I am who I am. This is my channel. That's the way I pronounce words. That's the way it's going to be. And for you guys out there that keep harping on it and don't like it, unsubscribe and go away. For all you guys that's hung in there with me and listened to me over the years, supposedly pronounce all these words wrong and you're still around, thumbs up to you. You're the type of people I'm out there to help. You're the type of people I like looking at my work. That's all I've got for now. I don't want to start a controversy. I just had to get that off my chest. And now we're going to go back to building scale models, which the channel is all about. And we'll bring you up to date on some things and have some videos coming up here real soon on that particular subject. So stay tuned for that. Like always, I thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.